We're going to focus on a rather remarkable player, Angel Correa. So originally from, well, he is very much from Argentina. He continues to be from Argentina. But a really sensational story, kind of grim to start off with, but he's come over an incredible amount of obstacles, including having heart surgery just, I think it was a little over 6 months ago. So he was always linked up to Atletico Madrid, but then during the medical, they found obviously something quite serious going on there. But he's overcome that and is now playing for the side. But to give us more details all about that story is SBN Nation writer Rob Brown.
Hi, Rob.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on. Now, Correa, I hope that's how it's pronounced, he's overcome some pretty significant obstacles in his own career so far, both on and off the pitch, but I want to concentrate on the pitch first. So he's come onto a lot of people's radar now, having signed for Atletico, but you first caught sight of him a few years ago. What really marked him out as a special player for you?
The first time I saw him, I was watching a game on television in Argentina, shortly after I'd arrived in the country, and it was a derby between San Lorenzo and Boca. And I don't know if your viewers know much about the Buenos Aires derbies, but they're not games to mess around in. You don't play pretty football or try tricks or anything. You just go, get the job done, fight for every ball as if it was the last, and hopefully take the result. If you don't win, then you probably can't go outside. You can't leave the house for a week or two. You've got to wait until the next one comes around and you can save face. The first time I saw him in that Boca game, the first thing he did was take the ball on the halfway line, facing his own goal, backheel it between the legs of his marker, spin in behind and run down the pitch to create a chance. And it was so out of the ordinary that I was immediately drawn to that. This guy had my complete attention for the rest of the match. And he went on to score the game's only goal. And from then on, I had to follow San Lorenzo and follow him all the way through to title victory. He was excellent in all of their remaining games pretty much. Scored a hatful of decisive goals from his second striker position. And when the chips were really down, and even though the players were other players were more experienced and been in these situations more than he had, he was the one that led them more than anyone else to that victory.
For a while, it wasn't a certainty at all that he'd actually be playing for Atletico, and that's because he had to undergo some pretty serious surgery that I read about in your article. Can you tell us a little bit more on that?
Yeah, it was I'd say it was a surprise, but it wasn't. It would have been a greater surprise had a problem not been found. When he had his medical for Atletico, he said himself he felt 100%. He was playing every game in Argentina. He was having no problems whatsoever. But in his Atletico medical, they discovered a heart tumour, which was quite devastating, as you could expect, and required immediate operation. And there was a doubt that he would even make football again, let alone make a recovery. There was a doubt that he'd ever play. He was went from thinking about the move of his life and making a good salary in euros that would last the rest of his family, the rest of their lives in Argentina, to fighting to save his career. And he's missed something like 8 months of football recovery from this heart surgery. He said he's back to full fitness now, and we'll see what happens in January, whether he's joining Atletico's first team or going out on loan. He's recovered from that setback, which has come as one of many. I mean, when I say that it would have been a surprise had they not found that problem, I say that because his story is littered with these setbacks. As a child, he grew up in a slum in Rosario, where his family had absolutely nothing. And I don't know, when people say slums, they think of the worst of the worst in Africa and India and this sort of thing. But Argentina has these places as well. And he came from arguably the worst of them in Rosario. His father died when I think he was 10. And age 12 or 13, Correa made the move to Buenos Aires to live with San Lorenzo's youngsters. And shortly after he made that move, Correa's brother died. That hit him very hard, and he had to go home. And throughout his teenage years with San Lorenzo, he struggled with homesickness and a feeling that he didn't quite fit in. He's famously very shy. And shortly after he won his first title in 2013, his stepfather passed away.
Oh.
So it really has been one blow after another to the young man. every setback seems to be is a lot worse than the last. But
What's,
I mean, my hope is now that he's out of the woods and that from now on he's going to get some kind of karmic break and he'll be able to continue with his career and make good of his talent.
yeah, that is the real sort of theme of your fantastic article. Is if you're going to get behind anyone this year, 2015, get behind this boy. He deserves some luck.
No one deserves it more than he does for everything that he's been through.
No, it's just it's an amazing sort of coupling between a fantastic player and an extraordinary story. So thank you so much for telling us all about his story. I really appreciate you coming on. I hope to speak to you again soon. Take care.